joining us today. We are so excited to have you here, and I believe you're all excited to have them here as well, right? I thought as much. Well, I thought that we'd just take a few moments this morning to say hi, just to chat and see how we're all doing. But I know that we have lots of questions out there in particular, and we'll get to as many questions as we can within this time frame, because we've got a little show happening today.
Just a little show.
Of course, Disney Hercules is today, and for us to be able to have it, and we still need to get the set ready for you. So we'll get through as many questions as we possibly can. But I tell you what, I think that we should start for most of you in the beginning, right? So, and in particular, my favorite place of all time, of course, is inside the theatre. I grew up with theatre as being such a core memory in my life, and I was so fortunate as a child to be able to do bits and pieces as well. But I wanted to just take a moment and so kind of go through each of you to ask a question in regards to your Broadway careers. So I tell you what, Susan, we'll start with you. Now, you have some incredible roles and iconic roles that you've played, and I think that, could you talk us through some of your favorite moments of playing those iconic roles?
Oh, I mean, Belle was the first one, and that was, to walk out on a stage in a costume that's so immediately recognizable, and knowing that everybody already knows and loves that character because of Paige O'Hara and that amazing movie, and you just don't want to mess that up. But my favorite moment in Beauty and the Beast was there was a big reveal with the scenery when Belle walks out in her yellow dress, and then of course they very wisely did a yellow spotlight, so it was yellow. And this is like show 572, right? And we're all doing our thing, and Beast and Lumiere and Cogsworth are up in the West Wing. Mrs. Potts is coming out, stage right with Chip. She's about to sing her iconic song, and the music swells, and I come out in this yellow dress, and it would usually sort of be like everybody's waiting for the dress. On this particular day, a little girl, maybe 7th row center, I come out, just a regular matinee. She stands up in her seat and she yells, "She looks just like me!" And it stopped the play. Cause stopped the music. Terry, as the Beast, is laughing. Everybody's laughing. We're laughing. Mrs. Potts, Beth goes right back to being a Jersey girl, and she's laughing. And it was a shared moment, which is what theater is. We were all present in that moment. The entire audience, the entire cast, the orchestra, and we all just stopped and thought, that's what live theater is about. It was amazing.
Absolutely is. That's amazing. Those moments are so unexpected, and I think for you, James, is that as we look through, I would love to know, what was your favorite improvisational moment as Genie that also caught everyone off guard, including the rest of the cast?
So a friend of mine decided to, we have ASL interpreters, and I told Adam, I said, Adam who plays Aladdin, Adam Jacobs, I said, just follow me. And so at the end of Friend Like Me, we do this joke where I'm tired and I just stop and I go, hold on, kid. And I walk over to the interpreters and I just look them. They don't see me. They're still looking this way. And I just went, I can make these people say whatever I want. And they look back at me and they just keep going. And then I just start going. I said, I am going to be the first Genie who is on the front of People magazine as the sexiest man alive with no abs whatsoever. And what was great was it was the wave of laughter here, and then the pause, and then laughter there, and then it went back. And it was the coolest thing ever. And then, but what's funny is, the next time I went out, the interpreters were ready. They were looking at me like, what you gonna do?
That's amazing. Now, Jordan, you have stepped into some iconic roles as well. My goodness, the career that you've had so far already. And I think that as you look at your roles, how do you bring your own identity to those roles?
Sure. Well, I mean, you grow as a person, right? Over time and years and experiences and relationships and things that you go through inform so much of the beginning of your dramaturgy experience when you're building a track, right? So for a lot of my career, and this is very known, I replace people. This is
But I didn't say that.
in iconic roles and very, very different roles, right? And you have to respect each piece, each human being that you're trying to carve out of pages and words on a piece of paper, you have to give every single one of them new space. You have to give them the same kind of grace that you would give a brand new person that you're trying to meet, to have a relationship with, like a working relationship with for a very long time by doing the same show 8 times a week. Like there's honesty and true self that inevitably will walk into the theater with you, right? And so I think that like over time, you do the best that you can to just be as honest as possible. Like as a storyteller, when people are coming into a Broadway theater and filing in, they're filing in after paying a dollar amount to this theater, and they're expecting to disappear for a while, right? Like they're expecting to sit down and to take a deep breath and be one mind and one accord with everybody else that it flew in from all over the country or all over the world to experience this story right here, right now at 7:30 p.m. this Thursday. Right, like this one time, and the crystallization of that in theater is so beautiful. The best way to bring your own identity is to be honest in the storytelling, and to be honest and transparent as we need to be as people.
Absolutely, and I think that as you look through, especially for young performers, those that are just beginning their career, what is the biggest bit of advice that you could give to someone that's just starting their journey, just starting their story, and they're wanting to go into performance?
That's a really great question. It's a job, first and foremost. I cannot overstate this enough. I get up, I'm a dad. I have a family. I have friends. I have my own interests in things. What I do is not who I am, which took a long time to figure out. January will be 22 years that I've been doing this, and I have, thank you, and I have a long way to go, and my goal is to have as much fun as possible. I want to wake up and enjoy what I do. When I don't, I take a step back, and I really reckon with it. I talk to people, I talk to my team, I talk to my family, I talk to Ellie, my wife, who's the mother of our child. All of that makes what I do smaller and less important, if I can be totally honest with you. It's a job first and foremost. So for young artists that think that they want to do this, that is amazing. I love that you think that you want to do this. I hope that you try it. I hope that you pursue it. Know why you're doing it. Because I promise you it's not for fame. You think that it might be, but it's not. What comes with that is all sorts of stuff that you then have to learn how to navigate, especially if the important things in your life are the important things in your life, like family and friendships, relationships, etc. Knowing your why will save you. If you wake up and you're like, I think I want to be famous, you should not do this. I'm serious. That it will destroy you. It will break you down. Unfortunately, I've seen that happen many times over my career. People that go to LA, go to New York, and immediately get some success and start working, and then inevitably, as we all do, go through a drought. Oh my goodness, like we go through times where we're just not, and you have to figure out, how to make that happen. And if you can imagine yourself doing anything else, you might want to think about that as well. I'm being so honest. That's my true piece of advice. Like, there's so many amazing ways that you can make an impact. It doesn't have to be having a high follower count on Instagram or TikTok. Whatever you believe in, it's not going with you after you leave this earth, okay? Like, you want goodness and relationships. That is first and foremost.
Excellent advice. So having your priorities, making sure I'm mirroring and reiterating, you're going to have those droughts, so making sure that what you do is not your identity, so that you don't have a crisis of identity when that happens. I would add to listen to that voice inside. We have the inner critic, that's not the one I'm talking about, but if you start to nurture that instinct voice and you feed that and you nurture that, that will resonate with you when choices are being presented to you, and you will just know, you will feel it, you will be guided to go this direction instead of that direction. I took very unconventional paths that everybody questioned. Why would you take that job instead of originating this job? You'd be Tony eligible there. It's like, because ultimately you don't experience results. You don't experience a Tony Award. You experience showing up 8 shows a week. So 8 shows a week on a job. What do you, we don't live results, we live process. So what do you want to show up for? Well, I would rather be the 4th Sally Bowles than be the first that over there. And so just, and it's led me to just a life that I love. So just living, yes, joy.
All I would say is I know when people are performing, people say, you know, how do you not get nervous? And I would say, you're always going to be nervous. You're always going to have butterflies. But a friend of mine, I was doing Hamilton with him, I'll just pick that name up. I was doing Hamilton with my friend, Javon McFerrin, and his dad is Bobby McFerrin. And Bobby told him...
Legendary jazz artist, if anybody doesn't know. Legendary.
Google Bobby McFerrin, it'd be great. But Javon McFerrin is another amazing performer, that's his son, and he told me that you're always going to have butterflies, but what you need to do is to find a way to get your butterflies to fly in formation. And basically what that means is that instead of having your nervousness push you back, have your nervousness push you forward. As long as you're prepared, you know your song, you know your dances, you know your monologue, you know what you're supposed to do. So you've studied, you've got all that, you know it by heart. And then that nervousness kicks in, you go, no, I know what I'm doing. Take that energy and just let yourself know, I've got this, and let that energy push you forward instead of back, and you'll be amazed at how well you do. And realize that the people behind the table that you're gonna be auditioning for, don't worry about them. It's just another show. It's just another show. Do your show. If they like you,
I'll do you one better.
Yeah.
They want you.
They want you to be good.
Now that we sit on the other side of the table,
we want you to be
we are cheering for you, if you understand that. And I just want to say, like, who doesn't want to see butterflies fly in formation?
You know what I'm saying? If the door opens, what's funny is if the door closes, that wasn't for you, and it's okay. But when the door opens, that is for you. So when someone says, oh, that part was mine, no, that part was never yours, because if it was, you'd have it. But the part that is for you, it will happen. I used to look at it and go, wow, I wish I had that part. No, I don't. That was for him. They needed it. They needed it. Because the doors that opened for me were the ones for me, and that's why we're here. So that's the advice I would give.
Yeah, those are all incredible answers. And I'm gonna bring it back to the Disney Destiny now. We had an incredible show from all of you. Absolutely stunning. I know everyone loved it. So we just want to hear a little bit about the process and, of course, how you enjoyed the experience.
So the greatest gift Disney has given me is the opportunity to grow. So I sometimes perform, and most of the time I'm executive producing. I've got a company called 10th and Main Productions that, remember the tall with the dazzling smile and the chest hair, Adam Levy, on our stage. He's my business partner, and a year ago we were hired to create a bespoke concert for this Disney Destiny inaugural cruise. And Adam and I started putting our heads together all that long time ago and putting this together. And we're like, who's our dream cast? And we put out some calls and they all said yes. And so we structured this together. We could not do it without our associate producer, Sarah Henriksen. We could not make any of that musical magic without Benjamin Rauhala, who did 3, 4, 5, and 6-part harmonies on these new arrangements. PJ Peters was our lighting designer. Are you kidding me? And so it was really a passion project. We had a great time doing it. It was such a privilege. So thank you, Carly, who I know was instrumental in that offer coming our way. And to perform in front of an audience so willing to have a good time. We felt it the second the show started. And we were backstage going, oh my gosh, yeah. So thank you for the gift that you gave us. It was a real pleasure.
Thank you. All right, I'm gonna ask one more, just a fun one before we throw it to the audience. If you could add any Disney character to this panel, who would it be and why?
Mine's a little crazy. I probably would add the Genie and Goofy together because they're my favorite characters. And there's something about listening to Goofy answer questions that just kills me. And also Genie himself.
For anyone who couldn't see, that was Edna Mode.
I love Jordan,
Jordan
darling. I
providing
love
the
Jordan.
visuals.
I love Jordan Fisher, darling. It's just the way he dresses. It's the shoes. The shoes
Edna
hit me every time.
Mode. Angus, what are you talking about? You're elastic, girl. Pull yourself together. Some kind of job.
No pants.
Oh my goodness. Well, I think it is time that we start with some questions. I think our team are out in the audience already. So let's find out where are we going? Where are we going? Who are we going with first? All right. Brandon, we'll come right down here. There was a hand that went straight up on the aisle.
Hi, I'm Lexi. I'm a children's theater director in Atlanta, Georgia. And my question for you is, if you could be miscast as any character, who would you like to play?
Can we specify, is this Disney, is this theater?
I'm gonna say theater.
Right?
Oh, I'll let you guys go first. My brain.
I want to see this show, whichever one you're miscasting.
You're always asked, what character do you want to play? So I always think of like in terms of something that might actually be possible.
Persephone.
Persephone.
If you've seen Hades Town, who don't want to be a sloppy mess with heart? Like that is, who don't want to do that? That is amazing. She has such incredible songs. She gets to just, live life on stage. It seems like a blast. Persephone would be fun. I know I have more.
I feel like you could pull it off.
I feel like you can pull it off too.
Yeah. I'm going to say Sweeney Todd, because why not just go there? That's what we need. A 5'3", 56-year-old girl, Sweeney Todd. Nobody needs that.
The only one that comes to mind is the one that I know I would never actually. Ooh, this is gonna sound really bad. I love a very obscure show, Stephen Sondheim's Assassins. And I know this is crazy just because I love John Wilkes Booth. And there's something interesting about this time in history
We should
of
unpack this.
There's an interesting. Think about
This
it.
does go somewhere, and it does have an ending.
Yes,
You're like,
there's
okay.
something.
I
I love the songs, but there's something interesting about a brother playing that role and seeing the other side realize what that's like. To have that face looking back at you, saying those things to you, because all of a sudden it makes you go, damn, that's uncomfortable. Maybe we shouldn't be like that in real life. So I think that'd be really, really fun. Also, yes, now it's come back to me. They would never. It's definitely miscast because this is a Disney boat, but no brother's ever tried to shoot a president, so that's kind of fun.
Moving on. Right.
Carly's like, there will be letters. So let me just say
Just
right
send
now,
them to me,
what
it'll be
happens on
fine.
the Destiny stays on the Destiny.
What happened? Yes.
Don't say
That part,
letters.
edit that part out just for your family and friends.
Okay, right over here.
My question is for James, longtime fan. Actually saw you win the Tony Live, which was pretty amazing. I have a couple questions. First, can I get a photo with you? It would be amazing.
Not now, but around the boat, trust me, yes you can.
Perfect, I'll find you.
I know you will.
Second question is, I saw Aladdin on a Disney ship a long time ago, and I was curious, were you the person that was performing the genie on like the Disney Fantasy?
No. Unfortunately, not. Yeah, because I would have loved to. I only got to perform the genie in 3 places. We performed it in Seattle, Toronto, and New York. And the fun part is there's something called what do they call it? The signature genie look. and it always makes me laugh because the signature genie look is my face. I have looked like this since I was 18 years old, bald, goatee, with earrings, usually hoops. I stopped wearing the hoops after I left Aladdin because I wanted to give a different look, but I have looked like this. I remember cutting my hair off the first time, going to my girlfriend's house, who's now my wife, and her going, "That's how you should look," and I have looked like this forever. And every other genie, except for the ones in Japan, have had to cut their hair, grow a goatee, and find some way to do it. And so it's called the signature genie look. So if you see the brothers in different cities, they look like me, but it's not me, but I love them. I love them all, but I thank you. And they all better be good, because I co-sign on those brothers.
Brandon, do you have someone over there?
Hi, my name's Teresa. I'm from Pennsylvania and I'm a children's dance musical theater teacher. I love you guys so much. So I always tell my students that choreography can sometimes go awry and to always keep a smile on your face and keep going. So I was just wondering if any of you had any funny stories about choreography gone wrong and had to keep going on with the show. I'm sure there's something, but I'd love to hear a funny story.
Oh my gosh, yeah. I have. Let's see. I pulled a muscle while doing genie and had to stop in the middle and just walk really slowly. During Memphis, I was supposed to do the James Brown splits and went down the wrong way and twisted my ankle, but kept dancing and also kept doing the rest of the show, which was the dumbest thing I ever done. But it was great. But things you always are going to mess up. The great part about it is the audience doesn't know. So as long as you don't show them, the show must go on. I mean, unless you've broken something. No, I mean, unless you've broken something. You saw the show. She broke her foot during the show. But keep. If you fall, we had a young lady in Hamilton. She was dancing and she fell. And what she did was she hit the ground and basically kind of did a breakdance move and spun up. And everyone was like, that was new just for tonight. You're like, you're right. That was new just for tonight. So keep going. Unless you have definitely hurt yourself or something, keep going because the audience thinks it's a part of the show. But if you do hurt yourself for real, get up, walk off stage, tell a stage manager, and take care of yourself. Do not keep going. But that's my advice, but yes.
Oh, I mean, yeah, there's always stuff, right? Like, you know, you do 8 shows a week, and life happens, right? Like sometimes even if you work so hard and you're a professional, it's hard to not be singing a song thinking about what you're having for dinner after the show. Like sometimes that just happens, right? And you're like, okay, right, this is the 5th show of the week. I need to like I'm here now. In choreography, no. Have I fallen up the stairs on stage? Multiple times, yes. Multiple times.
The Hamilton stairs are horrible.
Hamilton stairs were horrible.
In a good way, but you fall up.
Well, so for example, the very first time I ever fell on a Broadway stage, I got probably the best laugh I've ever had because I turned it into a funny thing, right? Like I was playing Philip. You've seen Hamilton, I'm sure, like with Disney Plus. You've seen it on in person. John Lawrence then becomes Philip, Hamilton's son in the second act, and so I go from being a young 20s boy to a 9-year-old. And it's always funny because it's a grown-up playing the thing. And anyway, I am supposed to. I do the rap with Hamilton, and I'm like, and then she says, take a break, and I go, okay, great, bye. And I'm supposed to run up the stairs. I tripped on the first step, and you remember when you were kids, or if you have kids, you crawl up the rest of it. That's what I did, and it was great, and it happened again like a couple of months later. My things tend to be like a lot of dialogue, like in Evan Hansen especially, that track tends to stutter a lot, and I would get caught in a stutter. The song "Good for You." There's like towards the end of Act 2, it's really intense. It's a lot of like arguing with people left and right, and I'm looking at Phoebe, who's playing Alana, and she's pressing me about something, and I'm like, well, it's your fault. Because music's playing, and I've got like maybe 4 bars before I've got to get out of the way before a big set piece comes in, but it's exposition. and I have to say a certain thing, and I'm like, oh, I'm stuttering. Hey, Jordan, say something. Jordan, say something. Say anything. Say any words. Say a word. Say one word. And so anyway, it's the recognition that you get to do it again the next day is actually really relieving.
Thank you. I think we're over here with Kat in the back.
All right. My question, well, not really a question, but is for Jordan. I want to tell you something. I have a
what's your
teddy
name?
bear.
Oh, hi,
Byron. Byron.
Oh, Byron. Hi, Byron.
So I have a teddy bear that's like the genie, and I saw you in show, so I wanted it.
You saw...
James.
Oh, James.
James,
Oh,
my bad,
hi.
my bad.
It's okay. Totally understand. Yes.
So,
I would love that. Thank you.
You're welcome. What was your favorite thing you improvised?
Oh, you know what?
All of you.
Oh. Oof. That's a lot. I did. There was one that was really fun. There was a lady who was in the audience who had her camera out and thought that we couldn't see it during Friend Like Me.
Yeah, on Broadway,
And
that's a no-no.
And here's great, but on Broadway, you're not supposed to do that. So in the middle of Friend Like Me, I guess she thought no one can stop me. But we were in the middle of the tap dance, so I just changed the lyrics and started singing to her. And I was like, I was like, you got a powerful urge. I see you, lady. Okay, put it away now, not maybe. All right, I can see you too. That's right, I'm looking dead at you. And the cast is cracking up laughing. And she's like, with her phone, she's like, I was like, yep, I got you, honey.
A lot better than how Patty LuPone handles that.
There's no screen. We're live. I can see you.
Absolutely. Now I know we only have a few minutes left, so let's go back over to this side. I know. Oh, you got one over there back there, Brandon?
Hi, I'm Sarah. This question is for Susan. My roommates and my friends actually claim that I'm your #1 fan. I met you like 25 years ago on a Disney ship during a meet and greet. So my question for you is, what did you have the most fun doing? Starring on Broadway, voicing not a damsel in distress, starring in a Disney Channel original movie, Gotta Kick It Up, Si Se Puede, or my personal favorite, recording a Christmas album that I listen to every Thanksgiving and Christmas, and my dad still wants a Swanson and six-pack.
You're so sweet. Yeah, we wrote a Thanksgiving song because nothing existed. We wanted to take it from Thanksgiving to New Year's, so we wrote Swanson's, a six-pack, and you. That's what I want for Thanksgiving.
Which did you have the most fun doing?
They all feed each other. I think I feel so blessed in my career that it has been all these different platforms. So for instance, Hercules was the first thing I had ever done, and so as far as voiceover. So the idea of having no facial expressions, having no, blocking, sometimes having no other actors with you, and having to infuse all of the emotion just through the sound of your voice into that character. I was doing Beauty and the Beast at the same time, and I thought, people past the 10th row also can't see my facial expressions, so I should be infusing that when I'm on stage as well. So all these things feed each other. I really love whatever I'm doing in the moment, because as James said, that's what you're meant to be doing. So I'm like, I must be here because there's something I can contribute, and there must be something I can learn from this moment and what I'm doing. So I love all of it. But thank you for listening to that Christmas album.
Everyone download Winter Tracks
on
iTunes.
Thank you.
Amazing. Well, fabulous. We have time for one more question. I believe Kat's over the back there.
Hello. This is one for all of you. What is your favorite part of your careers?
For me, 100% the people.
Okay, makes sense.
Getting to meet and work with just great artists, it just fuels me. I feel like it's a dream.
I think it's, I can do the actor answer of like different characters, but actually what's really fun is being able to do this enough that my family can travel with me and go places and my family can do things. The fact that I was able to make a career that paid for, like, you know, my kids to have a good life, that they're grown enough to pay for their own things and their own kids, and that they are so jaded to this business. I'm like, I'm on TV. They're like, yeah, sure, you're always on TV. No one cares. It's fine. You know, I think that's the favorite part where, like, it doesn't bother them. Like, I can do this naturally, and this is how I made my living, and my family's okay. I think that's the coolest thing about it.
I mean, it's pretty much that. I hate leaving my house. And I hate leaving my family. I like to have my people around me. But when I do, it's for a good reason. I get to go and make something. I get to go make things, and I get to infuse life and inspirations and people and experiences into the things that I make for the sole purpose of helping people feel something, and I get paid to do that. I can't really, I'm gonna cry. I can't really put into words how grateful I am that I get that, like, that's the reason why I leave my house every day. And this trip has been a really beautiful reminder of the impact that can be made. Even when it's so many years after you made the thing, I tend to, because I really very much treat what I do as a job and a business, and it's hard to remember at times how special some of the things that you do. Not everything. I've made things that nobody cares about. I've made things we'd all like to ignore. But I've also got to make some things that resonate and stick with people, and it's part of good memories, or it's helping somebody heal. I don't know. Whatever it is, I get to make it. And I feel really lucky that I get to do that.
I think also what you guys have to understand is that we're fans. And the funny thing is, let's just, you know, put it in a different category. We're Disney fans. Like, what Jordan and I are wearing and what we have, we would be wearing this and buying this merchandise if we weren't doing this. So we love to be able to, what would we as fans want to see? And the fact that we get to do that and hope that the fans that are in our Disney family enjoy it too is the coolest thing. And then we get to work with legends like Susan, and Susan calls us and we're like, this is cool! And then we get to be like Carly and we're like, yeah, like, we are just as excited as you are. We just also have to concentrate on one particular day because we have something to do that you guys come to see. So we thank you for that, because one of the biggest, greatest moments of our career is that we get to do what we would do, what we love to do anyway. So that's cool.
Yeah. We would have done this in our living room.
That's true. We have done this in our living room.
We have, and that's just it. Like, you all know, you see people that come in and out, but like, then there are those of us, some of us are like truly, we're just y'all. Like we
are. Really,
my wife and I fall asleep to the Rescuers, like most nights. Like it's rabid. So when the love is mutual, it does mean that much more.
Yeah.
And again, just a healthy reminder that we are just us, and we are all the same, and we just feel like we're lucky to get to help make some of the things that we all get to enjoy, and that's really all that it is for us. And we thank you guys so much for, because if it wasn't for you guys, we wouldn't be here. If it wasn't for you guys, like, loving what we do and what we represent, like, we wouldn't be here right now, like all in this room on the ship in the middle of the sea going in circles today. And that to me is a really beautiful thing, you know?
Awesome. Well, genuinely, thank you so much for taking time out of your day, out of your vacation with your
Absolutely.
family to come and do this.
And I think I just wanted to say sincerely, thank you so much for making a part of the Disney Destiny history. So thank you for being here. Please go out now, enjoy your time with your family and your friends. Again, thank you for taking the time today. Come on, let's hear it for Jordan, Susan, and Jonas. later on for Disney Hercules. Have a great day.
Bye, Disney.
Thanks, Sophia.